Hi students, we are going to practice how to use Google Slides. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to add a new slide, just how we learned in class. You're going to go to the left side of your screen, right here. Do you see? And once you have that yellow line on there, with your right, there's going to be on your mouse or on the actual laptop, you're going to right click. And when you right click, there's going to be this box that pops up. Okay, once you have that box, you're going to move your mouse up and down and you're going to click on New Slide. Okay, when you click on New Slide, as you can tell, I have these two boxes that come up, and those are text boxes. We are not going to need the text boxes. So what you can do is you can delete them. So I will click on it until I have this cursor that has like 4 arrows to all sides. So I'm going to click on it, and once it's highlighted in blue, I'm going to delete it. I'm going to do the same thing to the other box. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to delete it. Okay? So once you have that, the first instruction is to insert a cat on slide 2. So if you can tell, we are on slide 2. And I know that I'm on slide 2 because it's highlighted in yellow. So in slide 2, I'm going to insert a cat. So how I do that, if you remember how we did it in class, you go up here. You're going to see File, Edit, View, and Insert. Okay, so you're going to click with your left button, click on Insert, and you have this box pop up. You're going to click, you're going to hover over Image. You see, I'm going up and it's highlighted in gray. So I want to go to Image, and then I'm going to come to the side once I'm in Image, and then it's highlighted again in gray. So I'm going to come down to where it says Search the Web, and I'm going to click. Once I do that, on the right side of my screen, it shows Google Images. Up here, you have a blinking cursor where it says Search for Images. I'm going to click, and I'm going to type cat, and when I type cat, it shows me images of real cats. You can get an image of a real cat, or you can get an image of a cartoon cat. So I'm going to type cat if I want a cartoon cat. So I'm going to write cartoon, cat cartoon. And it shows me pictures of cartoon cats. So I'm going to choose this one here. And then when I do that, when I click on it, there's a blue box that comes up. I'm going to click on Insert. Okay, so there we go. There's that cat. Let's see what the next instruction says. It says, insert a cat on slide 2. The next instruction is add new slide. How do I add a new slide? Remember, we come to the side. I click on the side where my slides are. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go to New Slide. And as you can tell, it gives me text boxes that I don't want. So I'm going to have my cursor with the 4 arrows. Click. Once it's in blue, I erase, click, and backspace. Okay. Let's go back to the instruction slide. It says insert a dog on slide 3. So I'm going to click. When I click on the slide, it takes me there. So I'm on slide 1, slide 2, slide 3. So I'm going to click on Insert, down to Image, over to Search the Web with a little magnifying glass on there. I'm going to come to the side, and it shows me what I searched before. So I'm going to erase it. I'm going to highlight and backspace, and I'm going to write dog cartoon. And here I have some dogs. I am going to choose, and you can look through the ones. I like this one. So I'm going to click Insert. And here is my dog. Let's look at the next instruction. On slide 2, make a copy of the cat and make it smaller than the first cat. So let me go on slide 2. If you remember how I showed you in class, to make a copy, you click on what you want to copy. With one hand, you're going to press the CTRL key. And with your other hand, you're going to press C, the letter C. Okay? Nothing happens when you press the letter C. But it copied it. You just didn't see when it copied it. Now to paste it, I'm going to press Control with one hand, and I'm going to press the letter V with my other hand. And it made a copy. So I'm going to place it next to the cat, and I'm going to make it smaller. So with one hand, I'm going to click on the cat, and I'm going to drag it to the side. And I'm going to make it smaller. So if you remember what you do to make it smaller, you go on one of the corners, so the bottom corner or the top corner. So I'm going to click on the bottom corner, and there's an arrow that comes up with two arrows on the sides. So I'm going to click and drag and make it smaller. Okay? That's it for that instruction. I'm going to go to the next one. It says, on slide 3, make a copy of the dog and flip it upside down. So I'm going to click on slide 3. I'm going to click on the dog to make a copy. What do I do next? Yes, I'm going to press on Control. So with one hand, I'm going to press the Control key. With my other hand, I'm going to press the C. There, I copied it. Now I'm going to paste it. Control with one hand, and then I'm going to press the letter V. And I made a copy. So now I'm going to click and drag, and it said that it wanted it upside down. So how do I do that? If you can tell, on the middle, there is a circle and a square. So I'm going to click on the circle, and a little T comes up like a little cross. So I'm going to click, and I'm going to turn it all the way. So if I turn it to the side, it's going to be to the side. But I don't want it to the side. I want it all the way upside down. I could even do it to be to the other side, but I don't want it like that. I want it upside down. So click and put it in the position you want it. Okay? Right, the other instruction. On slide 2, type your name. So I click on slide 2. And if you remember, I'm going to add a text box. So the text box is, if you come up here, you're going to see an arrow and then a box with a letter T inside it. So I'm going to click. And once I bring it over to my slide, there's a cross that comes up. So I'm going to click, and I'm going to drag it to make my text box as big as I want it. Okay? So it says to type your name. So I'm going to type my name. Okay, there we go. Let's look at what the other instruction says. It says, make your name size 30. So I come over here, and I'm going to click and then double click to highlight. I did 3 times because it's 2 words. 1, 2, 3. There you go. So once it's in blue, it says size 30. So I'm going to come up here. Once I'm in text, you will see a box that comes up with font size and then a minus and a plus. You can keep clicking to make it bigger, or you can just click on the number, drag to 30, or you can click on the number and type 30. So now it's in size 30. Next, it tells me to make the font Impact. That's the name of the font. So in slide 2, double click. And right here where it says Arial, I'm going to click the arrow, come down until I see Impact. So it's in alphabetical order. So since I already used it, it's on the top. Those are recently used fonts. So I click Impact. And there you go. The last instruction says to change the background color of slide 3 to yellow. So how you're going to do that, you're going to click on slide 3. Up here, you're going to see some buttons. You're going to click on background. And you're going to have this box that comes up. Then you're going to see a circle. So what you're going to do is you're going to click and you are going to choose the color yellow, any yellow you want. And you click that. And there it is. I cannot wait to see how your slides look. I hope you enjoy this activity. See you. Bye.